Ryan Taylor,
My brother, what's going on?
welcome to VladTV, bro. It's a pretty big platform to do your first interview on.
First interview. I can't believe I've never done an interview. I've been
I
on
know.
social media, like fucking 7, 8? Maybe not. I've known like 8 years, I think. I've never done an interview ever.
And
I
this
don't know
is-
why. It hasn't even been like done on purpose or anything, but I've just actually never done one.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot to say as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like I could say a lot, but I'm probably not going to say a lot.
Yeah. So here we are. If a stranger asked you what you did, what would be the response?
I feel like I would just say I'm Ryan in it. I'm Ryan Taylor.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I could have a lot of job titles. Obviously,
Yeah.
I come from like a BMX background, professional bike rider. Used to be like champion, this, that, different. Like, you know what I mean? Loads
Yeah,
of
yeah,
competitions and shit. So I would have before been called a professional bike rider, but now I'm just businessman, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and just the person that makes shit happen. And I don't know,
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
It's kind of like YouTuber as well.
Weird,
What do you
it's
think? Where do you think you are most prominently? Because I, from my perspective, I would say YouTuber.
Yeah, I'd say
But you
I'd
might
pro-
disagree.
It depends on the person. I feel like if it's like an older geezer that I'm meeting and I know that I'm probably gonna do business with him or something, or we're gonna work on a project,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, yeah, I got a couple of companies and that, and then this is my bike company, blah blah blah. But then if it's like someone that I'm meeting that probably just would know me from YouTube, I'll be like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I
Right.
feel like it's different with whatever person I meet. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same answer every time.
Yeah.
If it's a kid, for sure it'd be a YouTuber,
Uh-huh.
or if it's someone, you know what I mean. But yeah, more time YouTuber.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to the beginning then, since it's your first interview. Whereabouts were you born?
So I'm from Warsaw.
Warsaw.
Well,
And that's the
Bloxwich.
Midlands, right?
Bloxwich actually, which is just like it's in Warsaw, but it's such a small, shitty place where like a lot of people don't really know about it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's got a couple of people from now, like Georgia Smith. She's from Warsaw as well.
Oh, okay.
But like I feel like before Georgia, even though I was traveling and that before Georgia, I feel like no one really knew about Warsaw.
So for like, if it was internationally, then where would you say it's near? Birmingham.
Birmingham,
The
from
closest
Brum
one.
in it. From Brum, from West Midlands, and we're all like, obviously the Midlands is quite big.
Mm-hmm.
Got Birmingham, Wolverhampton, and then Warsaw as well. But yeah, I'm from Birmingham. Well, Warsaw just outside of Birmingham, but travelled all over the place. Like since I was 14, 15, kicked out of school, same shit. Kicked out of school when I was young, getting into fights, trouble, fucking burning shit down, robbing stuff, just doing the same normal, typical.
Oh no, that's not. Hold on. You said burning stuff down. You just brushed over that like it was,
I was,
fights, cussing the teachers, setting fire to the school.
No, I was a bad kid, man. Like even my first school that I went to in year 7,
Mm-hmm.
like the Bunsen burners, they should have never introduced me to them, man. And like when the teacher had to do the stuff that like sets different things on fire and the colours and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was burning shit down from a young age, but I got kicked out of my first school.
Right.
And then from year 7, went to another one in year 8. So like year 7 in school, like my first year of senior school,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any of it. And then like year 8, I was in a different school then, which is a way worse school than my first one. And then shit just went downhill from there. So I could never.
Worse how?
I think just the education level and it's like the teachers that were there. It wasn't like we never had set teachers.
Right. Okay.
It was always supply teachers. So you know when they come in, you're terrorizing them.
Yeah.
You start throwing things. They leave the room. You're doing things with the drinks and that. And I think to myself, like even now, I'm like the stuff that I do as a kid was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like just for no reason as well. Just because you wanted to be cool, you wanted to be that kid was like, oh, I'll do the worst thing today in school.
Yeah.
And so whenever I got history or English lessons or whatever, like. Yeah, the teachers got violated still, but it was always supply teachers. So like
it's always the supply
piss.
teachers.
But like in the new school that I went to, Sneed, we always had supply teachers, and like we was allowed out at lunch times and that. And then I remember like when we got to, I think it was like 2 years into the school, so I was in year 9. They stopped letting us out at lunch times.
Right.
We started to bring tools into school to take the fence apart and that. So we take the fence apart at the back. We get out of school, go lunch break, go rob food from Greg's, go do that, come back and like just do our shit in it. But yeah, man, that was my place. I'm from the Midlands.
What was the area like that you grew up in? So the environment, was it like, did you grow up on a council estate? Was it like more like a village or?
So my mum and dad, they take care of children, the foster carers and that.
Okay.
So then my mum and dad work very hard, and my dad works very hard as well. So like when I was, I think 13, that's when they started doing that, and like they changed their job positions, and that's when they started like taking care of kids and that. But before that, yeah, we live in like a normal council house, in a like normal estate, you know what I mean? But Yeah, shithole still. It's a bad place. But I used to get into a lot of bad stuff, and I would be with a lot of bad people that, like, you know, it's that circle that you want to be, that you want to be the baddest, like you want to be the coolest, but like even then it's like it weren't a time, whereas now the generation that we're in, it's knives, it ain't about having a straight now. You're not gonna go and have a fight with someone.
Right.
It's about, oh, get at you, Rambo, get at you this, get at you. You know what I mean? It's bad, bro. And like some of the stuff that I hear about and some of the stuff that I see, and even the kids that message me about the stuff they're doing, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's like I work with Idris and my boy Faz as well.
Right, okay.
And obviously taking knives off the kids. I got bikes up, knives down, don't stab your future and all this shit. So I see a lot of the stuff what the kids are doing now. But like when I was younger, it was never about that, man. It was like you'd have a fight with someone. Most of the B is a plank of wood or something, you know what I mean? But like it was never like weapons and that. But I feel like when I started getting into my bike stuff, that's when I'd start to see like, koshes, truncheons, knives and all that stuff. But like I feel like it was literally at that time when I did my divide and I come away from that stuff that my boys are getting into, and they were getting arrested all the time. We're getting into stuff like whenever they would get into their shit, I get into my shit, but my shit would go into the skate park. But
yeah. So is that what it was? And is that how you got into BMXing and then professional BMXing? It was kind of like escaping from that side of life and doing something creative, I guess.
It's one bike that I had, bro.
Right.
We used to go, like, it was skate parks starting to get built. We never knew about skate parks. It was nothing that I'd ever seen before, never heard of. I never got into the sport from seeing like certain riders or certain people from that industry. Now I robbed this one bike and it was an aluminium Diamondback.
Right.
There's a Diamond, I forgot the name of it. It wasn't a Joker, that was another one. The Joker was the blue one. But I had this aluminium Diamondback and it was mad light, bro. Mad, like light. And I could do tricks on it. But we go to the skate park, and the lads that I was going there with, like, they go there to look at what other bikes they could get or who had the next, you know, best thing that you could grab or whatever, or you know what I mean, just whatever. And fucking, I'll go there, but I'd start to defend the lads at the skate park.
Right, okay.
And I'd start to chill with them because I was like, nah, this shit's cool, man. Like, these are spinning around on bikes and it's fucking mad.
Yeah.
But then we'd go there, like, that'd be the place where mum and dad never knew where you was. No one really knew where you was. It's like, that was the hangout spot. But yeah, just spending time over the skate park all the time. And I became cool with the guys at the skate park. So then, like, when I used to get out of school at lunchtime and go off and fuck off and do my own thing, instead of us going into the woods and, you know, smoking a spliff or seeing whatever we can do, is like, I actually just started going to the skate park instead. And it's weird, bro. Like, now when I talk about it, I remember, like, the actual divide.
Yeah.
So I remember walking right to the woods to go into the thing opposite the school. And I was like, nah, I'm going to go skate parking it. Like, what? You going there again? And it's like I started to come to school and I wore Van shoes.
Right.
Oh my God, I got violated. Bro, it was bad. Got into a couple of fights over it as well, bro. People were just talking about it, just like, yo, what you wearing them shoes for? It's weird.
Yeah.
And they used to call us Grebos.
Right.
I got called a Grebo, but I was like, nah, these guys at the skate park, they're fucking cool, man. Like, I'm not getting in trouble no more. I'm not getting chased by geezers all the time for smashing windows. I'm not getting, like, you know what I mean? I'm not getting in trouble when I'm doing this stuff, but I actually enjoy it. And it was, I don't know, it was a weird transition in my life still, but like, the more I go into it and the more I think about it, I've been through some mad shit.
Yeah. And it makes sense to where you are now. Otherwise, you'd probably still be a stoner just sitting in the woods.
Yeah, doing fuck all.
So, how did the BMXing, you turned pro at 17, right?
Yeah, I was pro at like 16, 17.
Right, okay.
I remember I got a message from Nike. Nike were doing like a Nike 6.0. It was like a skate BMX cool thing. And then I was like going to the skate park and that's when I started doing backflips and mad tricks and that. But I go skate park and I didn't really have many people to go skate park with. So I go skate park by myself from lunchtime, jump on a train, go Birmingham Town Centre, ride my bike from Birmingham Town Centre to Moseley. I used to get chased all the time by boys with knives and that as well.
Right.
Got into shit with that.
Yeah.
But we'd go to the skate park all the time and like I'd try and get there before like 2-3 before people get out of school. So like I'd get through there. And I go skate park, just put my camera on the side and just film all my stuff in it. And then I learned how to do like little edits and stuff. I'd watch YouTube videos on how to cut this, how to edit that. And there's like Windows Movie Maker. And fucking, what was the other one? Here's another editing thing, but like I'd chop up the videos, put some songs over them. Or songs that I thought was cool at the time.
Yeah.
Definitely not the same music I'd use now. But yeah, I used to make little edits and stuff, and then one time I got reached out to by Nike and they were like, yeah, I want to send you some product and that. And then I think the first batch of shoes that they sent me bear crepes. I was like, yo, I fucking sell some of these. I sold some of the shoes and that. And then I think it was like a month after that, I was like, yeah, I need some more shoes and stuff. They were like, yeah, we just sent you loads. Like, where have they all gone? I was like, no, I ride my bike hard. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm battering them. But at the point, I actually was battering them as well. Yeah. But I think I sold like 3 or 4 of them that I knew was expensive, and actually got money for them as well. But that obviously gave me money to get to the train.
Yeah.
Go get food at the skate park. And even my other boys that I want to go skate park with, like, they'd be at the local skate park, couldn't afford a train. I'll pay for the train for them, innit? So for me, it was supporting the cause. Like, I was never in a position and I weren't big enough at that time. Like, social media wasn't anything what it was now. So even back then, I never thought to myself, like, oh, I've got to get more followers. It was never even about having more followers. It was just about, like, doing another flip, doing another spin, or adding another rotation. It was about having another mad trick that you can just do because the people at the skate park think it's cool.
Right, yeah.
It went about having more followers, or do that'll bang on TikTok, or boom, that'll bang on Reels, that'll go viral. None of that viral conversation shit was happening. Now, bro, complete different generation. It's mad.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that was our first time pro, just doing mad shit at the skate park. And people that was passing through, they would see me doing all my stuff and just be like, yeah, this kid's sick. But like, I was annoying. Like, no one actually like wanted to chill with me and that, because I was very annoying in it. But I just love what I was doing, and I was confident, and I love the BMX in it. Like, that was my escape. And obviously I come from a lot of shit and got myself out of a lot of situations because of the bike. So like, that was my little escape.
What kind of situations?
There's times when like we'd be on the estates, the boys are like breaking into cars and that, taking stuff, but I'll be there on my bike. Like, a few of us will be on bikes just chilling, and this is on BMX bikes in it, so we ain't got seats. Well, we got seats, but they're low down, so it's not like a mountain bike now. How you see man about now on the roads, and they're pedaling about and they're doing the little graphs or whatever they're doing. It's like the BMX that I was on. It's a bike that's meant for tricks, so it's not really a bike you would chill on. So it's like, these guys, my boys are getting into stuff in it and just doing stuff and making money or doing whatever they were doing. And yeah, like whenever shit getting on, I just started doing tricks and that. I just started fucking about on my bike. It felt good. It's like, it was always that escape constantly. It was always like, oh, I'll go to this instead, or yeah, you man are doing that. All right, so if I see you in a bit, then I'm gone. Right. Like, no, that's bait, man. Oh, I'm not him again. I'm not him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, I could get away quick on the bike. So whether it was getting away from a situation where something had already happened, or someone had just had a fight or done whatever, like, yeah, it's a blur, bro, to be honest. I just used to do bare shit. I was active as a kid. I was bad. But I'm all right now in it, so fuck it.
So what was the first, like, moment when you really felt like you pushed the boundaries with your BMXing and YouTube? Was there, like, because you do crazy stuff now, so what was like the first thing that you thought was really like outlandish to do? Or was it just like a steady evolution?
So this is the difference, and this is where another diversion happened, because I used to think to myself, for me to get more notoriety, for me to be seen by these bigger companies and these bigger brands, I've just got to do more tricks. And I've got to be like the sickest biker doing double backflips. And obviously, like, there's big people in the industry that I became friends with, like some of the biggest legends, like, rest in peace Dave Mirra, like, is iconic fucking legend that, you know, he paved the way for a lot of people. But even with him, like, it wasn't a social media thing. He was just the fucking don on the bike, bro. He was just the main man. The first guy to do a double backflip. First guy to do a lot of tricks, you know what I mean? So like, he was a lot of people's inspirations. But yeah. That's mad. I lost what I was talking about then.
The moment, like the first moment where you did like something crazy.
The transition from the bike thing, you know? So then, yeah, like, I come away from doing competitions and I started doing the YouTube shit, because obviously I figured out that you can get views and get paid. And it's like, I started doing this thing called the In and Out Challenge. And the In and Out Challenge is basically where, like, you remember fucking Nedgy's Urban Sports? You remember Balls of Steel?
Yeah.
Found out I got Balls of Steel in it, so I started doing some mad shit on YouTube and started filming it, and it's just like same shit, stuff that I used to do as a kid. Would ride in places, fuck around, do stuff, run in, grab bits, run away, security guards chase you.
Yeah.
But like, I started to document it in a way where I'm not incriminating myself. I'm not doing anything illegal. It's very much a fine line of fucking stupid and ridiculous, or like, you know what I mean? But it was never illegal. It was like, there's no sign saying I can't ride my bike inside, so why are you not going to ride your bike inside? Oh, cool, you're going to tell me not to. Safe, well, I'll film you then, it's funny, innit? So I created the in and out challenge, and I go into places, go into shops. And my main message and my main thing behind this is like, there's no skate parks around for the kids to ride, or myself. Like, I can't go to any skate parks that I actually want to go to. Like, before I drove, my dad used to take me to the skate park on the weekends when he weren't working. And he'd take me to the skate park all the way from Birmingham to Corby.
Right.
Northampton. So it's like
how far is that?
Hour and 20 drive.
Right.
And my dad, like, every Sunday it was like a ritual, it was like a thing, like we look forward to it. So that kept us focused a lot, you know what I mean? And like me and a couple of the boys, like we're gonna go Corby. And I remember like a few of the times, like when I got into it a bit, some of the lads that like wasn't into the bike stuff and they were still doing their shit, robbing, whatever the fuck was going on. Like I tried to bring them through. I was like, nah, you need to come see this, bro. Like, it's sick. Brought them through, and just like, I remember one time I took one of my boys and he bought a bike before he went there and snapped the bike, and that was bad. Like, but I try to get them into it as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, I just enjoyed it. I go to the skate park and do my shit there. But like, that was my main thing for the videos and doing that, because I knew that by me doing this mad shit, I'll hit the general public. I'll hit the people that have never seen bikes before. And it's like, I ain't even got to do these backflips anymore.
Yeah.
I ain't got to fucking do double flips. I ain't got to risk breaking my neck. Like, I broke a lot of bones in my body, bro. Like, leg, ankle, jaw, teeth, fractured bones on my neck, wrist, hands, fingers, all sorts of shit. It's an extreme sport, and like, this stuff goes down. But I was like, I ain't got to do that anymore. I can just do, like, my little bunny hop, my tail whip. But if I do it over, like, a box of Weetabix or like a fucking pack of tea bags or something, you know what I mean? People that relate to it, they can understand, like, oh, it's that. So I really, like, I actually used to watch that Nedge's Urban Challenges, and I was like, nah, this fucking sick. Like, what made me want to watch that? And it's because I understood what he was doing.
Right, yeah.
Like, that simplicity of, you know, jumping on someone's back, a stranger's back, even though it's probably all fucking staged and that. So jumping on a stranger's back and getting chased, or like, you know what I mean? You can understand it. But it's funny to watch, and it makes you want to watch a screen and look at it and stay locked in. So, yeah, I created that in and out challenge stuff, and that started going viral, bro. Like, I got videos of 15, 20, 25 million views just off me riding my bike, fucking about.
Yeah.
But then in the early stages, all my comments are like, oh, what bike do you ride? What bike is this?
Right.
Because of you, I want to get a bike now. So
Yeah.
I launched Collective Bikes, in it, the fucking fastest growing bike company in the world at the minute.